Good morning, people. Right out there in South Africa, sweltering in the heat. And here I sit in the snow. Can you believe that there is such a place as this when you live like you do back there at home? But I wish you all here. This would make a good place for a good snow fight. But welcome to today's devotion. Things are going good in Norway, just appreciating the hospitality that these amazing people have shown us. But back to good stuff. We're talking about fighting the good fight. There's a fight to fight. You do know that, and it's not a fight that is in a sense for you. It's a fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. When I think of the fight that Jesus fought on behalf of the people around him, it's quite remarkable. As much as Jesus never stopped people to say, "Don't you dare speak to me like that. Why don't you dare call me those names? Why don't you dare stick a spear in my side and put me on the cross?" Jesus never fought for himself. Even though people maligned him, people misunderstood him, people misinterpreted him, but people did all manner of evil against Jesus. Jesus never fought for himself. But he did, however, fight for those who could not fight for themselves. Jesus was always standing up for the outcast. Jesus was always standing up for those who had been marginalized and isolated. Jesus stood up for the lepers. Jesus stood up for those who had been marginalized and pushed aside for whatever reason, whether it be ostracizing them because of possible sinful behavior, whether it be just because they were different. Jesus always stood on their behalf. When the kids came and they wanted to chase the kids away, Jesus stood against them and said, "Let the kids come." When the woman was caught in adultery, Jesus said, "I will stand with her and for her against all of you mean people." When Jesus stood before the crowds as they shouted for his crucifixion, and Pontius Pilate thought he had power to put Jesus to death, Jesus said, "You have no power over me. I lay down my life. And I have 10,000 angels up there waiting to come down here and to rescue me. If I just said the word, they would come." But Jesus never did that. He did, however, stand on behalf of those who could not stand for themselves. I guess that for me would be a good fight. It's a great fight, in fact. Would we fight on behalf of those who cannot fight for themselves? Think of the world around us, of those who have no voice. Think of the women who have been badly treated by their husbands. They don't have a voice. They now have a voice through Jesus, and maybe a voice through you when you stand for them. Think of those young people out there who think they have to go it alone and think they have to fight for themselves. And they try so hard. But our voice as the church is a voice of powerful influence in the lives of those who have supposed power around us. Wouldn't it be great if you as an individual could be known as one who fights on behalf of the weak? Wouldn't it be great if our church could continue to up its game and to do even more in the fight against injustice and the fight against prejudice and the fight against alienation of those that people don't love and people don't understand? What a great legacy we could leave behind. That's why I think in that verse, and I've used it before in Psalm 23, where at the end of the psalm it says, "And goodness and mercy has followed me all the days of my life." And we often think that that is God, and I'm sure it is. But wouldn't it be great if it could be said of us that goodness and mercy has followed us all the days of our lives? And when people look behind us where we have gone, and people look at the footprints that we leave in life, and they see goodness and mercy, the two greatest needs of the world, being left in the wake of our lives and the life of our church. That's my dream for our church. That's my dream for our family. That's my dream for myself, is that people would look and say, "You know what? Wherever that guy went, he left goodness and mercy behind." Wouldn't it be awesome if we as a church could be known for that? It's a choice we make at the end of the day, and it's a great choice to fight the good fight on behalf of those who have no voice And those who cannot fight for themselves, I don't think you're going to find a greater fight in the realm of the external than that. So people, let's think about that. And then just for you back at home and for Michael Fry today, I have one last word for you. Here it is. Have a good day. Bye-bye.